What is up, guys? Today we're going to be recapping the Nutriyummy Pro show over in Spain. I felt like it was a really good show. In the top five, and how they placed and why they placed the way they did, and what things they can improve on to be greater than ever, and be better than what they were before. Um, Top two girls, I felt like they were close to what the criteria was in the US. I felt like the biggest thing in the European shows is how, you know, over conditioned they come in, and sometimes that they can win a show if they're the best, but then they come to the States and they don't really do well. But if some of them who are gonna qualify and come to the States and want to do well, they have to definitely take this and with a grain of salt and actually take things into consideration, maybe going to the other shows. But overall, I felt like it was well ran. Congratulations to Emilio Martinez. I did want to kind of go over Moscow a bit, but the pictures were not the best quality and we didn't have many back poses and it was hard to just like look at it. But we expected Ekaterina to win because she's been taking second a lot. She did get second to this new girl. I think her name is Eugenia. So she got qualified and congratulations to her. But we'll go over the top five right here. So in fifth, we have Inez. Now, I do like this pink suit, and I said pink is not always a color for everybody. Unlike in US colors, we see red, blue, purple, and teal. Pink and green are very not so common as much, but pink would only look good on someone based off your skin tone or your hair. And this is a perfect example of having the right hair and skin tone for wearing pink. And this looks really good on her. I did see Inez back in Portugal where she got second. She had like a teal suit on, and I felt like it was fine. But for her, great shape. I just think she could be a little more upright and, obviously be a little more softer in the legs because, it's really conditioned. She does carry a lot of muscle. You can almost kind of see a quad split right here. But if she comes in a little fuller, it would benefit her so much. And I definitely think that she has what it takes to, get a qualification with the next couple months and obviously put herself in the challenging the top pros. Because getting second into Evie, I felt like, especially with the lineup that they had with a couple of Olympians, it shows that she could have qualified, but she obviously wants to be in a position where she wants to be at her best to win. So in her back, I would just kind of fix the foot position. I just felt like she was just really tight because of how much muscle she was carrying, but this is a great back pose for her. All right, next up, we had fourth place is Jess. So one of the things I would first say is she needs a new suit. I'm going to bring up someone from the Olympia who has a Toxic Angel suit and show you if she's going to do red as her color, she definitely is going to have to just like look and see, okay, this is what gets awarded in the States. This is what I see. But if you just see this red and this like reddish pinkish, it with these large beads, it just doesn't look that good. I mean, I get it's in Europe, it's different there, but in the States, definitely better quality. And that just comes to show you that like Toxic Angels, it's been around for over 10 years. They make the best quality. In fact, 10 girls at the Olympia, I think, wore a toxic suit. But if she wants to do well, she has to fix that. And obviously, you kind of see a little underboob. It doesn't fit her. It's way too small on her. Versus here, where you see Amy, it's on her perfectly in the front. Another thing I would just say for her is just, come in a little more softer because it feels like she's really hard in her legs. Little vascularity up here. See, here we go. Hold on. This is her back pose. Yeah, I just think she needs to fix her back. Is your hands, you don't want your hands to be showing. She has to fix just how she poses and how she comes in because obviously some girls could come in much better and place higher than her because, I mean, she did get that win in Italy, so but she has to just do things right. She got second to Adriana, who's doing Warsaw, and she got second and she won Italy. So I just think if she wants to do better, she has to obviously fix a couple things. And maybe after her Poland show that she's doing, she'll do that and take some time off. But I do commend her on wanting to compete and get feedback. All right. In third, we have Carrie. I just think she needs to take a break. I feel like I get where you're getting second a lot, and I think she has this like thought process where she knows she can qualify. But if I'm her right now, I would take some time off from the stage, and obviously, obviously go into a reverse and maybe plan out better shows for next year, maybe something earlier in like the spring or the summertime. But I just think that she's kind of wearing herself out going back to back shows, and I get it, but I just feel like she's coming in too hard, too lean and conditioned, a little distension right here. I mean, makeup and suit is fine on her, but I just think she's coming into condition, obviously to the European standards, where US standards, that wouldn't be awarded. In her back, she looks great. She is, like I said, really hard, and tie-ins are great. Just have to be just a little more softer. Next up, we have in second Chantal. I love the shape. I think she's been second almost like to like almost every competitor since last year. She turned pro, did her pro debut in I think Portugal, and I just think the thing with her was that she always has her arm way out, so you kind of just it takes away like where am I looking at? I have to be focused on your physique, but when your arm's way out, you just need to relax this arm. Sometimes she comes in too vascular and too lean, and that's maybe what hurts her. I would kind of fix her hand positioning because it feels like too centered. And I'll show you a picture with her compared to Evie, but really great physique and like the suit, like everything on her, just has to obviously fix how you come in, especially against other competitors. And that's maybe the reason why she keeps getting second, is because while her physique is great and how she presents her physique is great, but it's just when you put her next to others, and then the judge will have to go and say, well, she has it, but then someone's just a little better. Someone just came in a little more fuller than her. You can definitely see the leanness on her upper glutes, a little conditioning, but pose is good. Just obviously mind your hands. Don't have your hands showing. Maybe it's just the angle of the photo, but great pose for her. Last but not least, we have Evie. So love the red suit. Way better than last week with the pink, and I think it was the Hurricane Pro. I always said if like Evie just makes it nice and simple like she always does, she could be a winner, but we were kind of nervous about her coming into the show, like she could lose it, but she's undefeated in Spain. And I was feeling like if she came in on point, no issues, she's definitely going to be the winner. And obviously this is a great front post. She beats the criteria very well. In the back, obviously one thing I would tell her, cut her hair, obviously be mindful, not to be too hard, but her density really carries her over. And I think that's what really makes Evie such a great competitor, is how she comes in versus others. But now I'm going to show you guys her in for second place, and hopefully you guys can see why she placed the way she did. Right, here we go. Let me bring this higher, zoomed up. So in the front, I would probably give it to Evie, just because how full she looks right here, and how lean Chantal looks right here. But I definitely think if she was a little fuller, maybe it would have been her pose to win. But I think Evie just nailed it right here. In the back, you kind of can see little leanness on Chantal's glutes, and that's probably what really hurt her. But versus Evie came in fuller. So you guys see what I mean? No, she definitely has what it takes to qualify and win. I just think that's just, if someone's just a little better than her, that's what causes her to get second. I think she was second to Valeria, and what's her name, the red hair girl, Tatiana in Portugal, and then right here she's getting second to Evie, who's one of the most winningest pros in all of Europe. It's just, for her, she has to be right on. If she's right on, she has everything to win. She just has to be right on to win it. All right. And that is all. So I'm going to post another video. We're going to start recapping shows and previewing them more. I feel like on Zoom, it's on this app right here, it's much better for me to recap shows versus what on my studio app that I'm using. It's much better for me to do Q&As, do previews, and interview some of the athletes. I'm going to be doing that within the next couple of weeks, but I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and thank you very much. I appreciate it.